Hello, students. Have you ever paused to think, what is the ultimate treasure that plants give us after tirelessly working under the sun? Beyond just food, photosynthesis creates three magical gifts: glucose, water, and oxygen. Together, these products are the foundation of nearly every living being's survival. Glucose is the energy currency, oxygen fuels our breath, and water keeps the process cycling on. Let's explore how each of these products becomes life's greatest assets. First, let's talk about glucose, the simple sugar with a mighty role. The moment it is produced, plant cells can consume it instantly for respiration, releasing the energy they need to grow and function. But plants are clever. If glucose is not needed immediately, they quickly store it as starch, an insoluble reserve tucked away in the leaves. Sometimes glucose is transformed into sucrose, a transportable sugar that flows through the phloem. And don't forget, glucose is also the starting material to build fats, proteins, and cellulose. In a way, glucose is not just food, but the raw material for building life itself. Now, you might think water is only a raw material for photosynthesis. But here's the twist. During the process, water is also released as a byproduct. And guess what? This water doesn't go to waste. It can be reused in the same cycle of photosynthesis. At the same time, water maintains cell functions by keeping tissues hydrated, supporting enzymatic activity, and ensuring leaves stay upright through turgor pressure. So, water is both a giver and a receiver in the dance of photosynthesis. Now comes my favorite: oxygen, the invisible lifeline of our planet. Some of this oxygen is used within the leaf itself for respiration, a process we call photorespiration. But most of it diffuses into the air through the tiny stomata. Imagine this. Every single breath you take right now is possible because plants are quietly exhaling oxygen into the atmosphere. And remember, oxygen is never a waste. It is the very breath of life, needed by humans, animals, and even the plants themselves at night. But what if the plant makes more food than it can immediately use? Nature has a plan. Glucose is rapidly converted into insoluble starch inside the leaf for short-term storage. Later, usually at night, this starch is reconverted into soluble sugars, such as glucose or sucrose, and sent out through the veins of the leaf. This strategy ensures that food is always available, even when the sun goes down. Isn't it remarkable how plants manage both production and storage like skilled farmers? Now let's see how food travels. This process is called translocation. The phloem, the plant's transport highway, carries soluble sugars from the leaves to every hungry part of the plant: roots, stems, fruits, and seeds. At night, when starch reconverts to soluble sugar, it flows to storage organs like tubers and roots. For example, the potato you eat is simply starch that was once glucose formed in leaves and then relocated for storage. Through this network, every part of the plant gets its share of nourishment. So, what's the big picture? Glucose powers life, water sustains cellular processes, and oxygen fuels breathing for the entire planet. Stored starch provides backup energy, ensuring plants survive cloudy days and long nights. Together, these products make photosynthesis the ultimate life support system on Earth. Let's take a moment to appreciate this. Every breath you take, every fruit you eat, every drop of oil or grain of rice, all originate from these products of photosynthesis. Isn't that extraordinary? Let's quickly recap. Photosynthesis gives us glucose, the versatile fuel and building block, water, the cycle's essential recycler, and oxygen, the gift of life. Beyond that, it ensures food storage and distribution through starch and translocation. I hope you now see photosynthesis not just as a chemical equation, but as the Earth's most vital miracle, connecting plants to all living beings. Biology truly reveals the poetry of life written in molecules. Until next time, keep observing the green world around you, because in those leaves lies the secret of our very existence.